Oh my God, he hasn't been recording.
No, but I haven't been because the interview's starting just now. We are live
We are
streaming
live
this.
streaming this live on my Twitch channel because I forgot to do Hotline League today.
No, I didn't forget
I'm
to.
Travis Gafford. We are approaching week 1 of Worlds 2021.
It starts
Season
tomorrow.
11 starts tomorrow.
It starts in actually I think 8 hours, 4 a.m.
Does it actually?
Yeah, because it's 8 o'clock right now and it starts at 4 a.m.
Oh no.
Anyway, I'm joined right now by Avilee. Originally, we were going to be doing this interview remote, where like always, where she was just going to be from her house. But then it was raining and thunderstorming and lightning.
Okay, I'm going to tell the story. Because you're going to tell it wrong. Okay, so here
I'm
I
just
was.
going to say what actually happened. You're going to turn it into some sort of like
here
action movie.
Here I was. I was having a great morning, went ahead and released the World song along with the great team of Team Liquid. Was really vibing, decided that I was going to stream some of my favorite game ever, Bayonetta, right? So I'm playing a little bit of Bayonetta. I have an important phone call that I need to take outside. So I go outside and I take my phone call. I just put the stream on a slight pause. And I see just out of the corner of my eye this huge bolt of lightning just go blasting down from the heavens into my neighbor's backyard. I see that happen. I get terrified. I run inside, and as I close the door, I hear and then my entire house starts shaking. So I get scared. I sit down, I go to my stream, and I'm like, okay, guys, I think there's thunder and lightning outside. I'm getting a little scared. And as I'm saying this, my stream shuts off.
Oh, really?
The stream shuts off.
Wait, did you call me after your stream was already dead?
I called you after my stream was already dead.
Wow, your power went out before ours went out.
Yeah, so my power went out. It flickered at first. So my power flickered. I got scared. I mean, listen, if anyone's ever watched Oron Host Club, I always thought that Haruhi was kind of like a little bitch for being so scared of thunder and lightning and needing Tamaki and Hikaru to come save her. But I really needed Tamaki in that moment because the thunder was shaking my house, the lightning was going, the lights were going on and off, and I don't ever remember experiencing thunder like this. So I got scared, and I'm like, who's nearby? So I called Travis because we were supposed to do this interview. I'm like, Travis, can I come over? And he's like, why? And I'm like, I think I'm gonna die. And he's like, well, I'm not doing anything. So, okay. So I'm like, okay. So I grab my stuff, I get in the car, and now it's pouring rain outside. I get in my car and I try to drive, and all of the lights, all of the stop lights and stuff are blinking red because they're all going into safety mode or whatever from the lightning. And so it takes me like double the time to get to Travis's place. 2 fire trucks passed me. I thought the fire truck was going to hit me because one car wouldn't get out of the way and move to the side for the first responders. And then I finally get to Travis's house, and he's like, lightning's so cool. Look at the thunder. And I'm sitting there traumatized on the couch.
So anyway, so Ovilee is here, and we're doing an in-person conversation or interview about this. So you said you think we should start off by just watching it from the start.
I think you should watch it for everyone who hasn't watched it.
Are we going to pause it at any given point in time? Also, am I going to get in trouble? Like, is Team Liquid going to scream at me for putting this on my YouTube channel?
If they do, I get a cut. So, let's just risk it.
You get a cut of them screaming at me?
Let's
also,
just risk
who is
it.
TL Jester?
TL Jester is the person who made the thumbnail. I think that's Matt.
Okay.
He did a great job.
All right. And then I saw Baymax is also in here. So
that's Heather.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Heather edited me naked.
I haven't seen any. Okay. I haven't seen any other TL people, but maybe they'll pop up. Okay.
Aunt gave permission.
We're starting this?
Yeah. You're going to have it small. You don't want it big?
Yeah, because we need to react to it.
You should have it cover your face. I can't hear anything. Did you break it?
No, I need to unmute it.
Okay. Oh, you're ruining it. Oh, you're ruining this part. What are you doing? Oh, you have to start from the beginning. You missed the horns. Start from the beginning. What are you doing? Use the keyboard.
It doesn't work on XSplit. This is it's an XSplit source.
This is why you use OBS.
No, it's whatever. Anyway, we're starting.
Actually, that's funny. That's fucking rich coming from a team that won past groups.
My play is so hot.
Season of the Liquid Update now?
Yeah, fine.
Is that Ian's voice?
That was Ian's voice.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god! And listen, anyone can ask questions in the chat because we've got like half the crew in here.
Oh yeah, the production folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have Ant in here who mixed the entire music
Yeah,
track.
that's actually part of the
That's insane.
I think a lot of people will not pay attention to like they'll look at all the visuals and they won't necessarily think about the fact that they actually did such a good job of making the audio sound really good. And so I'm glad you called that out. All right, so let's talk about a couple different things. So one, what was the like initial idea? Like who came up with the idea? How did it happen? Et cetera, et cetera.
Who do you think came up with the idea?
I mean, I know
Who in their right mind decided to start a music video idea or a League of Legends video idea with, hey, you know what would be funny? Meet Raz and Flowers dancing naked to Lil Nas in a shower.
Yeah. Okay, so
that's how the idea started, Travis.
When did you like give me like the origin story? Like were you like,
gosh.
I need to come up with another music video to top the WAP music video, or
Yeah, so this was happening I think a couple months ago when we were trying to figure out if we were still going to be able to do the Liquid update. Because last year we did the Liquid update, we had an amazing time, we did WAP, but this year my schedule with G4 was looking like a little, I don't know, is it going to be a partnership? Like, is it like a partnership with G4 and Liquid, or like Riot, or, you know, like, are we just doing with Liquid? So there was a ton of things that were up in the air, but the one thing that was constant for me was I wanted to figure out how to do this Industry Baby music video parody.
So you knew you wanted this
hype.
to be the song.
This specifically for the song. I was so upset. I was so upset when Riot ended up using the song as like their LCS hype. Because I'm like, it's my baby. But they only used it as like background noise. So it's like whatever. But yeah, I had the song in mind months ago. And I actually had the chorus written out a couple months ago. Where it's just like the just like a Yasuo. And it was funny because I would actually sing it in the G4 office as I was trying to come up with like the next lines. And everyone's looking at me like I'm batshit crazy. But so we decided we were doing the Liquid update. So I started writing it for Liquid. And it was
What was the
so
timeline on
much
this?
fun.
Because you said you knew you wanted to do it even before LCS finals. So this goes back like
Oh yeah, even before LCS finals.
This is like
when the song came out, maybe like a week or two after the song came out. Because I'm like,
wow.
yeah.
Wait, the song's been out for a long time, right? Like since start of summer?
It was a summer jam, wasn't it? Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been hearing it for a while, so.
Let's see. Industry Baby.
I feel like Lil Nas X drops so much music. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
2 months
all
ago.
of his stuff are bangers, too, so, like, even
yeah.
though it's not my type of music at all, I hear about it.
I've had it in my head for about 2 months.
Okay, so, how did Raz and Flowers end up getting involved?
I freaking love Raz and Flowers, and they're my homies. Originally I was bouncing around. I'm like, who can we throw in here? Is it like, I knew for sure that I wanted Flowers. I knew absolutely for sure that I wanted Flowers because one, he's the homie and I fucking love him to pieces. And then 2, Flowers is a rap god. And the fact that we do not have more content pieces with Flowers just being able to let loose and rap is a shame. So I knew that we had Ant, who's worked on actual rap music album, who's worked on actual rap albums. He has like this really cool case. What do I smell? Oh, because I'm annoying your neighbors?
Well, I just did. There audio echoes between these two buildings.
Okay.
Pretty, yeah.
But yeah, Ant it's really cool. We recorded in his studio, in like his apartment and everything, and he has this whole studio set up. Plus, like this little...
Ant works at TL.
Shh, I'm talking.
I'm providing context because people might not know who this is.
I'm going to get into this. And he has like this desk, and underneath the desk he has like glow-up lights for his little doggy. Murdoch. So sweet. But yeah, in his studio, he has like all of these big records. He worked on Graduation.
Vitamin C?
Travis, this is why people don't subscribe to you.
As we go on.
This is why people don't subscribe to you. Someone says the audio got desynced. Do you have to fix it?
That's one person. Nobody else is saying it. I don't know how I would fix it.
It's Ant. Yeah, Kanye Graduation. He worked on Graduation. So I knew that we had Ant, who has somehow worked magic to make me sound good when rapping to Cardi B and singing to Adele. So all I had to do was make that connection there, and we knew that we were going to have like a banger. You seriously have to Google Kanye Graduation?
I'm just looking it up for context.
You were
doing your own thing. I do? Anyway,
You're my
continue.
friend. You're my friend. But yeah, so I knew that we for sure wanted Flowers on it because Flowers is a rap god, and I knew that we would be able to, give him the materials to go crazy. And then Raz felt like the perfect fit with him because Raz is like so goofy. You see him on Twitter and social media. He's super goofy. And again, I feel like they just need to be given more opportunities to show their goofy side. So like I brought them on G4 streams and we did stuff like that together, or just like our normal Twitch shenanigans, or just hanging out. So I knew that trio would come with like a kick-ass music video.
Yeah. Okay. So did you decide you wanted to do this for the song before the music video came out, or actually I don't know if the music video dropped at the same time as the song?
It was a music video.
Okay. So yeah, because I was going to say, because obviously while the song is fun, like the stuff that people get really excited about for these Worlds videos that you do is the like music video aspect of it. So I'm curious because this is it's very, when we'll get into specific scenes and I'll ask questions about it in a second, but like this was so racy where you like, oh my God, I don't know if TL and Alienware will let me do this, or...
There were some conversations about the boundaries that we were pushing. Honestly, the flags that were raised were more over saying like the F word multiple times than,
Gotcha. Yeah,
hey, are we worried that we're literally naked on camera? Because, naughty words, not okay. But, watching Riverdale where you have teenagers just doing stuff in a hot tub. Totally okay, America. I see you. I got you.
Okay, so there was just like, yeah. Well, I mean, especially because YouTube will demonetize stuff and all that. So yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I mean, not that I know that's not the point of the video, but like, obviously, yeah, internet platforms have started to clamp down, I guess, on stuff like that.
I mean, for me personally, I'm not going to speak for anyone on Team Liquid. This is just for me personally. I feel like I've been really experimenting with my content over the past just like year.
Yeah.
Because when I started making all my content, everything was very played safe, played by the book with LCS. A lot of it was just like very PG, if anything PG-13, because I didn't want to ruffle any feathers. I didn't want anyone to feel offended. Like trash talking was even like ooh, should we be trash talking? Would that hurt people's feelings?
Yeah.
But now that I have like, years in the scene, and I can, hit up Carlos and be like, hey, we're trashing on you in a song. Do you want to trash us back? And there's like this understanding. Like I'm trashing on G2, but they know that I have a ton of love for them, for G2 fans. And don't tell anyone, but I do kind of like the LAC, just not during Worlds.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like being able to be kind of confident with that and building that confidence to being like, okay, we can try we can try to be a little bit racier. We could try to push the boundary a little bit more. And sometimes it backfires.
Yeah.
But I think that this time it kind of worked out.
Okay. We're going to get some questions in a bit, guys, but I just kind of want to go through some of the parts
talk about
of
it
it.
more.
And we can pause. So
I wrote it all.
So you wrote the whole song.
Yeah.
Other than you said there was a part that you didn't write.
Yeah, I didn't write Flowers' bit. You can't write for Flowers. Flowers is amazing on his own. Like, he comes in, I told him, I was like, hey, I can write your rap part for you if you want. This is the section that I'd like you to take over. And he's like, nah, I'm writing it. Sick. So
Okay.
he wrote it the morning that we were supposed to record. He finished writing it. And I'm like, you're cutting it close, buddy. You're not making me nervous at all.
Okay, so obviously, like, we could talk about this later in the video, but because it's at the start of the music video, I guess I need to ask. Was there a discussion about whether or not you guys should even do this scene?
I think Ian, who is kind of like, he's like my right-hand man when we do Liquid Update.
Yeah.
Like, we just work like this together. He gets what I'm trying to say creatively.
Yeah.
And then he adds on to everything via editing, via directing, via saying like, hey, that idea is kind of stupid, but this one's better. And I go, oh my God, you're totally right.
And this is
so we
not,
work together like this.
So one, we should say that this is in line with the original music video. It's not like you, because a lot of people I think probably haven't seen the music video and we're just like, why are they naked?
Can you let me get to a point? I was introducing Ian, because remember how you made fun of me about not giving context? I was introducing Ian. So we had a conversation about this because he asked me, I think he's like, are you sure this is something you want to do? And then I showed him the music video, which you're pulling up right now. And I'm like, it is very true to the song. I think it's funny. It has like that little bit of kind of like shock factor, which is, you know, always going to get like a bit of a laugh or like a scream in disgust. But it's such a good scene. Yeah. It's such a good scene.
And they're all dancing in the shower for the
And they're dancing in the shower too. Yeah. So
that's sort of where the naked dancing. Okay.
Well, Industry Baby as a song, the song Industry Baby is about Lil Nas and how he blew up. He was going down his own path and everything. And he's like, everyone's trying to talk trash to him and everything, right?
Yeah.
Like, he had Call Me By Your Name, and everyone was getting pissed at him because they're like, oh, a gay rapper? No. We don't like that here. But he's blown up now, and he has respect. He's earned respect as a rapper, and so I like the song. I like the vibe of the song, and I wanted to try to apply it to building up hype.
And some people were confused about this because maybe they're not familiar with how nude scenes are filmed in like movies or whatever. You guys are not actually naked during this recording.
No, we're butt naked.
You guys are not actually naked during this recording.
Completely naked, butt cheeks flapping in the wind.
Butt cheeks flap?
Butt cheeks. Just going like this.
I don't think butt cheeks flap.
Butt cheek flaps. Completely naked. Raz and I, you know, we had to get really comfortable with this really fast.
You guys are not naked.
So naked. So naked. We're so naked right now. Everyone in the room had to sign NDAs. All my bits and pieces. Everywhere. So naked.
Anyway, so what was the flesh-colored underwear like?
It was just a tube top. It was a tube top and then like exercise shorts. So that's what I wore.
Oh, you're not wearing flesh-colored underwear here.
No, it's like exercise shorts.
Yeah, but are they flesh-colored?
Yeah, they're all skin colored.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. That's what it was like. Because I was confused for a second where I was like, wait, did they really edit like skin tone pixels into this or whatever?
No, I tried to make it as easy for them as possible. So I asked ahead of time. I'm like, hey, what's best for me to wear? And like, there were things that we could do to help. So we asked poor Raz, we're like, can you hike up the shorts? Because the shorts came down to like mid-thigh. And we're like, hike them up, buddy. Hike them up.
Oh, boy. Okay.
But it's like, this is what you do for good content. The best part about content is when, you know, people fully commit to it.
Yeah.
If you don't fully commit to the content, then the audience knows that you're not in it. And if you're not in it, then that's where you get like legitimate.
Well, there's also
content.
just like such shock value, right?
There's
like,
shock value. The shock value is great, but it's also about commitment. Because like, you could see on my face and on Raz's face and then on my face again, like, we're into this. We came up with the dance like 10 minutes before, but like Raz is eyeing you down.
Yeah.
It was great.
Okay, so in this, there's a bunch of double lifts in the comments, and people haven't necessarily figured that out yet. But
yeah, not a lot of people stopped on the Reddit comments. This was primarily Heather.
Okay.
Oh wait, Heather, were you trying to be quiet about that? I apologize. Direct all hate mail to me. I loved this. I gave the idea for this, so it's not Heather put it together expertly as an artist.
What's funny is half of these. This is from like an interview with me. There's just a
yeah. Thank you, Peter. Very cool. Triple lift.
Yeah, the thank you, Peter. Very cool person was like a Twitter account that somebody was literally replying to everything that he would say.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. No, it's very well made.
Yeah, because it's hilarious. Poor Peter.
Okay, so how many takes did it take for a lot of this stuff? Because like Raz just kills it. Like you guys all kill it.
Yeah. We do a couple takes. I mean, for the audio, we each recorded audio with poor Ant, for like maybe 2-3 hours each.
Yeah.
Where it's just okay, like that one, do it again. So there's like 100 takes of the same line.
Yeah.
But
and then he's bringing them all together. How long ago did you guys record the audio?
Maybe 2 weeks ago. Less than 2 weeks.
Oh wow. Okay, so he put it all together very quickly
in a week and a half, if that.
When did you do the video recording?
Video recording was last Monday.
Oh, okay, so like a week ago.
Yeah, it came out a week after we filmed it.
Okay, man, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. The video assets, like the League of Legends stuff, is actually really cool as well.
Yeah, Heather knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. I love the Alienware logo.
Yeah, I really.
How are you guys? Whenever you guys are doing like, or whenever CaptainFlowers is on the Skarner, are you guys just in front of a green screen, like?
Yeah. So I'll show you the picture. I don't have permission from Flowers to share the picture, with stream, but like, so that's what it looked like.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it was Flowers on a chair, or me just standing in front of
this was a repeat of your WAP. This scene was used previously in your WAP video.
The deer.
I remember
the deer is the callback.
Yeah.
The deer is the callback because the deer was watching me
twerk,
slam ass on the ground.
Yeah.
But this is my favorite part of the video. I love Flowers. I love his rap, but this is my personal favorite because I remember as soon. So
the Carlos part.
Yeah. So the original lyrics of this song for the chorus was and you know we gonna be champions. Other regions got us laughing. Someone throw G2 into the trash bin.
Okay.
But then G2 didn't make it to Worlds. So we changed it to EU. And then, I was so sad. But I'm like, we have to figure out how. And so I was trying to come up with lyrics and I got to this part. And I think the line is like, hey, yo, let's do it. And I'm like, I was like, where G2 at? And it's like, oh, it was so good in my head because I love them, but also I love to hate on them.
So then how did you decide to pull Carlos in and like pause the song for him to make his little spiel?
It was written into the lyrics beforehand. I knew that I wanted some sort of a fun break between my part and Flowers' part because we were cutting out the extra chorus just for time and we didn't need it.
Yeah.
And we also had this tidbit with Medic last time.
Okay.
Where it's like, you call a doctor, I'll call in Medic. And then we had Medic come and he's like, Avilee, your lyrics are just straight
I remember that,
trash. And the reason why I like having these cut-ins is because you don't have to be an LCS fan to appreciate these videos, right? Like you could just be a League of Legends fan. So I know you guys don't like to admit it, but I know that there are a lot of LEC fans who also like the Liquid Update content. I remember seeing a lot of comments from like the first year that we did it and last year as well.
I mean, even to this one, people were saying like, I've never been so happy to have my region trash talked or whatever. People were down for it.
Yeah. And so it's like, hey, Carlos likes the content. I love Carlos. I freaking love him. My grandma knows Carlos by name. She watched the video and she's like, oh, Carlos.
She watched this video.
She watched the video. I have a reaction of her.
Boy. Oh, like you recorded her reaction?
I had my mom record her, yeah. And so she's like, oh, Carlos. And so LEC fans get to see Carlos. So sure, the region is getting trash talked, but then Carlos comes in and he's like, oh yeah, well, Liquid's not getting it out of groups.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so did you write his line? Because he delivers it like as if it's... Carlos has done so many of those like just talking to the camera videos for his Twitter and stuff. And so it felt like it was natural, but did you give him these lines?
I gave him a couple suggestions, but he made it his own.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that worked out really well. Okay, so then Flowers shows up, and and it's just sort of like the interlude, I guess. So we were watching the music video before this, and Jack Harlow has like a scene in the middle of Industry Baby where he does his own thing. So he's like the Jack Harlow in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send his girl back to her boyfriend with my hand on her ass cheek.
Did you see? Did Flowers see this before it came out?
He did not. I didn't show Fraz or Flowers the video.
So
I sent them like
didn't
a
know,
picture.
and then suddenly he's on
And then
the
suddenly
Skarner.
he's on the Baron.
That shot right there where he like pops out on the Baron is actually so good. And this is really clever right here.
Yeah, blue.
Yeah. People will miss it. I didn't see it until I watched this probably like 3 or 4 times today. Oh, wait.
That's why you got to use the space bar.
It doesn't work. Oh, it does work. Okay, whatever. Well, not fast enough. But yeah, blue pops because he says we're glowing blue.
So this is actually me making good with Flowers because I feel bad because Flowers said, "Hey, I'll do this, but when we get to this line, I need blue standing there with like a Mac 10 pointed at the camera." And I'm like, "Well, I can't do that, Flowers.
Yeah,
how about blue in your sunglasses?" And so that was okay.
Yeah.
But blue
no, this worked out really well.
funny.
It's very, very subtle, and it's just like it was really neat how that worked.
Ant says the carrot, sideways carrot, greater than will go frame by frame on YouTube.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter.
Travis just ignored you.
I figured it out. We're fine. We're good. Okay, so then you guys had Blue come back for this, which is great because I remember Blue from the WAP video. And I love the fireballs. That's fantastic.
That was Ian.
Yeah, and so for those that weren't on the stream earlier, Flowers wrote this whole scene and just did it all on his own. Like he just knew he'd be able to deliver it, which is really cool.
And so good.
And his delivery is amazing. Even just like the visuals of his delivery are great.
Yeah. Flowers did an amazing job.
I really love anytime Blue is twerking in a video. Like I love that Blue, who is normally this very innocent mascot, you always make Blue twerk.
Blue knows that. Listen, I am the highlight of Blue's content experience. Okay. Whenever
Gotcha.
I show up,
here you are like.
Excuse me. Whenever I show up, Blue knows that they are going to have a fun time.
Yeah. You're okay. Anyway. And then this is just sort of like the chill.
This is the dance breakdown.
The denouement, I believe. How do
look,
you say the word?
Blow the kiss and then Blue.
Yeah.
Hitting with the dab and everything. I thought I was gonna get flamed a little bit for this ending because I just go straight up, "Fuck you, LEC."
No.
And I was
talking
a little.
to somebody
like,
earlier today, and they were like, "That's the best part of the thing." I mean, after you've done the whole video, I don't feel like saying "fuck you, LEC" is like bad.
No, of course not. No, but I was still like, "Ooh, I wonder."
I don't know if it's a good idea to pause on this, but I feel like this is the clickbait we need for the directory.
That's such a good just screen grab. Raz looks so good there.
Yeah.
Like, I think all 3 of us could just take screenshots of this music video and put it on like our dating profiles. 100% we're gonna find a match.
Anyway,
I'm gonna talk about the blurred feet. Okay, so let me talk about the blurred feet.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your feet are blurred.
It's okay. I'm a good enough interviewer for the both of us,
Thank
Travis.
you. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Yeah, your feet are blurred in this, and people notice that.
People noticed it because as we were recording it, I was barefoot and I made a joke. I'm like, cut out my feet. And then we thought, wait, if we're blurring out our top and bottom, or my top and bottom at least, like, let's just blur out the feet at the same time because that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because there are some people out there who listen.
No, I mean it's a streamer thing.
We're
now.
not shaming. We're not shaming. If you like feet, you like feet. But personally, me, I'm not ready to give you my feet for free. If you do want to see my feet, then we can come to an arrangement.
Where can people contact you? Oh, okay, that's gonna happen now. That's gonna happen.
No, I posted on Reddit that if Liquid makes it to finals, Raz and I will post our feet.
Wow. Well.
Yeah.
There's definitely some foot fetishists out there right now who are doing everything they can to ensure that TL makes it to finals.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I want to talk about
indeed
how hard everyone worked on this though.
Yes.
Because listen,
and then we'll do Q&A afterwards.
Yeah.
So go ahead and
yeah. Because listen, I come in with the video idea or something, right? And I come in with big ideas. So the first person I take it to is Ian, who is like, he does everything in one up. He used to shoot, he directs, he produces, and then he's also like the main honcho editor. So I give him like the entire idea. I give him like, here's like my rough shot list. Here's the lyrics. Here's the song that I'm thinking. Do you think we can do this? And then he breaks everything down. He's like, well, we can do A through Y, but when it comes to Z, position it so it's like this, and then maybe we could do it. I'm like, perfect. And then we take this, and he sends me over to Ant, who is our musical god. And then Ant's like, okay, let's try to figure out how you want to come in for this chorus or this verse. And then something that Ant did that I never even thought of was in the chorus part where we're going, God Alfari in the top, he like Sion, he don't stop. Originally, I was just going to have Raz read that entire part.
Yeah.
But Ant was like, let's have you record it so then you can just come in with him on those second lines. I never would have thought of that. And it seems like a simple thing, but like people who aren't experienced don't think of those extra small tidbits. He had us all record these ad-lib stuff, so you hear me go whirls or gobble gobble.
I mean, that's
halfway through the video, and it's just all of this extra stuff that he had added.
Yeah, I was thinking about how the 1UP team is like uniquely positioned to do this because there's just such a variety of different skill sets on that team. Like other teams create great content, but they oftentimes are fairly, like, it's usually within a specific scope, right? Whereas like I don't know of any other esports org that has the variety of skill sets that 1UP has to be able to do this. And so like Ant, for instance, having the audio background, I think really helps.
Yeah, I think that 1UP is definitely unique in their the structure of their group, their talent. I think that they're one of a kind. I think that 100 Thieves is getting close. I think that they're trying to, reach and achieve that. But I think 1UP is completely unrivaled when it comes to gaming content, almost like across the board.
Nobody is doing, like, nobody else has released anything like this for Worlds, right? Like,
but to be fair, like, there may be people with the technical capabilities, but who's batshit crazy enough to do this stuff?
Yeah. But I just mean, like, nobody else is even trying to do something like this, right? Like, or some other even if it wasn't like naked dancing or whatever. Oh, the Thunder's back.
I feel better that I have a person next to me, but I still don't feel good about the Thunder. Can I sleep here?
Oh boy, we'll talk about it after the stream, but probably. Anyway, so it was interesting to me because this was the first thing that got me, like, I'm excited for Worlds, but I was like generically excited for Worlds. Whereas, like, not that this makes me watch this video and go like, oh wow, we're gonna do great this year, but it does sort of celebrate North America, and nobody else is creating that content. And like, quite frankly, like last year I collabed with somebody to create a Worlds hype video.
I remember that.
And then I just didn't do it this year, in part because I just have been kind of burned out and wanted to reset before Worlds. But I wish that there were more people doing this type of stuff, because I think this was really great that it came out right before Worlds, because there was not something that was like very celebratory of North America. And for me, this kind of thing, I'm figuring out where to point.
Me? Are you pointing at me?
No, I'm pointing at Flowers. This type of thing I think is really good for the scene, because it's a perfect example of how you can invigorate the region ahead of Worlds without being like talking specifically about competition, right? Like,
yeah. So listen, that's the origin of the Liquid update. That's exactly what this was. Like, I wasn't scheduled to go to MSI in 2019. I still wanted to do fun content. I knew Ian and Damien when he was still over at Team Liquid, along with Mike, Fix Nation, represent.
Right.
And so I had hit them up. I'm like, guys, hey, I know this is going to sound silly, but I have this idea for like a show where it's kind of updatey, but we're only following Team Liquid, but I also want to make memes. And they took a chance on me. Yeah. Like, them and Alienware took a chance on me, pulled me in, and honestly, they helped me structure and format what I wanted, what I was trying to convey. And I learned so much from like the sleepless back-to-back nights of staying up and writing content for them. And like, the content spoke for itself, right? It helped that we made it all the way to finals. Like, that was great. But, like, the fun interviews that we got with the players, the skits that we had with Dracos, with Raz. Like, we had Raz come in, hit me with a cardboard box, and steal the trophy and say, that's for Uzi, or something like that.
Right.
And run out. Dracos with a lightsaber fight. We had CaptainFlowers. I put a horse mask on Vedius and rode him around, like, the Liquid office. Medic, I tackled him on the beach. Like, we just had all of these fun moments that we don't see in esports so much, because I feel like there was such this long period of time where people were trying to legitimize esports and make it serious that what are you doing?
The video reset.
Oh,
Continue.
Nice. We kind of forgot that everyone in esports, we're all gamers and we like to have fun. We want to see fun content. So that's the type of content that I wanted to try to produce. Yeah, Heather knows the original schedule for the first season of the Liquid update was MSI, and it was taking place in Vietnam. And what that meant was we basically would watch the games happen, and we would get out, and the games would end at like 5 a.m. I would write the script after the games ended at 5 a.m. I would drive over to the Liquid facility. We would shoot at, I think, maybe like 7 or 8 in the morning. And then we'd spend like that day editing, and we'd either try to release it the next morning. So within like shorter than 24-hour turnaround, or depending on like the episode, we would try to release it that day. It was insane what we were trying to do. And did we have a musical? We had no musical bits for MSI, but we had the World Song in 2019, because that was the year that Riot took such a long time to release.
And Fionn was going off.
Phoenix?
By the way, I saw Sylvix in the chat. Sylvix is the person who I collaborated with.
Sweet.
He does a great job on those videos. You've seen some of his stuff.
Nice
for
job.
Sure. So quick.
We did
pause.
Old Town Road. Yeah, that's what it was.
Quick pause to say thank you to so many things: Pokemans, Gengarifith, a bag of ducks, Chris Giro, All the Dog, and Rico Suave for the subs. Thank you, everybody. Okay. So let's get into some Q&A about this. If anybody wants to ask questions about this. Oh, thank you, KPI. Thank you for the Prime.
We've gone this whole time without talking about the Evangelion video. That was my favorite. But I thought more people would know the Ava opening, or that there would be a higher crossover. So I think what we did was we remade the entire Evangelion opening, but with Team Liquid. It was really well done. It was frame for frame perfect. We had Matt, was that you? Were you the one who drew the Ava stuff? We had someone come in and draw like Blue as a Ava. It was really, really cool.
So one question is from Flamers, who said, who said the best bar and what bar was it? Ooh. I believe a bar is like a line.
Yeah, but that's subjective, because I think objectively Flowers had the best bit, but my favorite is still where G2 at. So
with Carlos coming in, like
with Carlos coming in, where G2 at? Didn't make it here to Worlds. Oh, that's too bad.
Other questions in the chat. Pekra says, Ovilee, honest opinion, how do you think TL will do at Worlds? Will they get out of
Worlds.
Groups? Okay. Where's the Eva video?
The Ava video is on YouTube under the Team Liquid channel. I would just type in Team Liquid Worlds and then Ava, or Team Liquid, or the Liquid Update Ava.
Do you expect LEC to release a diss track?
I mean, LEC pumps out content after content. What I think is funny is they're like, why is Ovilee trying to compete with the LEC? It's like, we don't have LEC money. Comments.
Oh.
But it's like, whatever, right? Like, I'm totally fine with the comments and stuff, but I'll still chuckle at a couple. I had some really
I mean, it seemed very supportive.
No, yeah, there were a lot of supportive comments.
As every time you release every video, people just say like, wow, why isn't she at LCS? Why did LCS let her go? And I always upvote those comments. You don't have to say anything. But I'm part of the crew upvoting them. Wow, my overlay is just all over the place. Other chats. Somebody says, not Ian Sands. Don't know who that is. Says, but not a sub. I'll take his even though he's not a sub. Says, why didn't Travis make a cameo?
Travis didn't make a cameo because the last time he made a cameo in our Worlds content, he got upset.
Wait, really? Which one? When was this?
Remember when you were in the KDA video, and then we clipped out a bit of you dancing to the ding 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 ding.
Oh yeah.
And you got
yeah.
so upset.
Okay, that is not accurate. I did not get so upset.
You messaged me and I had to take it down. You're like, this is why I was so hesitant in agreeing to do the video with you, because I knew meme stuff like this would happen. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
I don't recall that. I don't believe that's an accurate depiction of what happened. I think I was probably like, I would have liked to have known that you guys were going to take like a behind the scenes clip and do something like this with it. Anyway, I'm down to do some sort of liquid update thing though. I was going to tell you this, but now I'll tell you it on broadcast because Ian mentioned it, but I'm down to do some sort of liquid update thing with you. But I mean, once you get into liquid update, it's less Mimi. You don't need to have me in it. It's just I am an Alienware partner, and liquid update, it makes sense that there's a cameo opportunity there. I'm trying to help you, so.
I mean, I've got guests lined up. I think we're gonna have potentially Frosk or Ender as our first guests. You might even see CaptainFlowers again. Who knows? Who else is in LA? Who else is in LA?
That's fine. I don't need to be on it. I was just saying that I'm going to be
sorry,
here.
Travis. The guest list is full.
That's fine. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions about this stuff?
I want to keep talking about how amazing the team is, because Heather's in the chat right now, but Heather and Connor were both working on the edit for such a long time. Heather's the one who actually had to blur out and pixelate all of our naughty bits. So if you guys are trying to find the uncensored version, well, Heather has it.
I feel like I would not be surprised if people message her and ask.
They're going to try. They're like, where's the uncensored version, Heather?
Hey, I was just wondering.
It's not that great.
Could I buy it from you?
I'm going to be honest. It's not. The uncensored version is not that great. The censored version is better because it adds more mystery.
It adds more mystery.
It adds more mystery. You're like, what's under there?
Bayback says, I'm opening my DMs for offers. Yeah. Did Ovilee see the uncensored Industry Baby video? Did they release an uncensored version?
There's not an uncensored version up there.
I mean, I would not be surprised.
There would not be.
$1 equals 1 removed pixel.
Oh my god.
I mean, you could do the math. It's shot in 1920 by 1080. You can find out how many pixels that would be.
How much is that?
It would be a lot of money.
Did Flowers get to keep the Skarner, or did it go back to the ranch you got it from? You know what? You can't own Skarner. You can't keep a Skarner. Skarner is free. Skarner is, his own individual being. He's a living creature. He has hopes, dreams, feelings, just like anyone. You can't keep him in a cage, not even CaptainFlowers. They have a friendship, a bond that's unbreakable. And I mean, I would never want to get in the way of that. When Flowers was riding Skarner, it wasn't so much of a,
Brother Michael, thank you for the 34 months.
Or I am in control of this beast. It's a partnership.
We talked about it
it's a bond
before.
That can't be broken.
It was not fully nude. We've answered that question previously.
It was completely 100% fully nude, no clothes on, booty flying everywhere. Booty over here, booty over there. Ain't nobody here wearing underwear.
Okay. What else do we got on here? What other questions
Booty
you guys have?
here,
The fuck you
over
LEC
there.
was timed so well, says Shere Khan. Yeah, I thought it was quite well.
Genji, we're coming. We're the greatest league, baby.
Did you film IRL with CaptainFlowers?
Yeah, everything was filmed in person. We all went to the Liquid Studios, all COVID safe.
Who is the second Avilee? They asked.
It's my twin sister.
Your twin sister Avilee.
My twin sister Avilee. She only supports the LCK. She's a huge T1 fan. Would die for Faker. And
people actually believe sometimes when people say stuff like this.
It's fun.
You and your twin sister were so well timed in this. Yes,
perfectly
exactly.
in sync. That's what happens with twins.
Yeah.
We're just in sync with each other.
Anything else? Would you ever film something with LEC like the Diaphoria?
Of
like
course, but never. It would never be analytical. You guys know me at this point. Even
I think they're only using Diaphoria as an example of a crossover. I don't think people would be asking if you would go on Euphoria or the Dive.
Yeah, that's why I'm answering by saying, sure, I would love to do anything with the LEC. There was actually, before the pandemic started, I was supposed to go to the LEC for like 2 weeks.
Wow, really?
Yeah, but then the pandemic hit.
That would have been really cool.
That would have been really fun.
Zemelkai, thank you for the 6 months. You're up very late, Zemelkai.
Yeah.
They're in the UK, I believe.
But, you know, we may or may not have more music bits coming for you.
Really? Are there more bits? Because you said bits earlier, that she censored all the bits, and then you said bits, and so I was like bits, you know? You guys are going to miss out on this wit on the Liquid update. The Alienware Liquid update.
Travis, the guests that I bring need to actually, know about League.
I feel like I watch more League of Legends than you do.
You do. 100% you do. And that's why I bring in very competent guests.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because, again, it circles back to let's make fun League of Legends content.
Yeah.
Rather than let's talk in a circle for 3 hours on the analyst desk.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Okay, what else? Any other question?
fun.
Any other questions, guys?
Heather misses the League forums.
That's a very random thing to
What?
miss.
Ian says, I want Travis or I'm not producing the show anymore.
Nice. Ian and I have always got along really well when we've
I
we've
don't-
collaborated before.
Ian, no. Ian, I don't want that. You're going to have to do the show without me.
Would you like
What is this?
a webcam?
Oh, actually, yeah. How many of these do you have? Can I take a couple?
No.
Well, then why are you handing them to me?
I'm just demonstrating how hilarious it is that I have.
Well, no, I'm actually going to take these because I wanted to set
No,
up a
you
cooking
can't take
stream.
them.
I'm going to take all of these. Thank you very much.
Those are $200 each.
Yeah, and now I'm taking them. That's how much I charge for this interview. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Oh, perfect. This is great. Yeah, this is okay. So I'm going to mount one on every corner of my studio room. This is thank you. Thank you. The more you hand me, the more I'm going to walk out of the door with. You're missing people gifting subs.
I believe you're spending the night.
Is there still thunder?
You said you wanted to spend the night.
If there's thunder, I have to choose between the two, the lesser of the two evils. Thunder and lightning that can kill me, or here.
These things are really heavy, so I'm kind of worried about if they fall over.
I'm very, unlike the Riot Champions team, I'm very good at balancing.
Wow. Thank you, Sherkan, for this. I have about 20 more, by the way, of these. This is, I don't want to...
Well, I've held on to this many, so this is how many I'm taking home.
I hope nobody who is receiving one of these is is watching right now, but this is the spoiler for the TGI holiday gift. If you really need one, you can have your TGI holiday gift early.
What's a TGI holiday gift?
You've got. I thought I've gotten you. Oh, maybe you haven't gotten one before. I always.
I do
Travis
so
Gafford
much for
Industry
you.
gives company gifts every year to our partners and people that work with us, and in the past they've been like Ateo branded stuff with like my logo on them.
I've never seen that.
And
Well, ladies and gentlemen, so he owes you two. Yeah, he owes me two. You owe me two.
please do not take $400 worth of webcam.
I'm worth this entire interview. I'm charging you. Remember when someone thought that Double Lift charges you 10 grand per interview?
Yes, because I made that as an ongoing joke.
Well, I charge
These
20.
are Dell webcams, by the way. Not an Alienware product, but made by their parent company, Dell. They're quite nice. They just came out recently. They're awesome. The Ultra Sharp webcam.
Ultra sharp webcam.
I just think it's very funny that I have like a box of 36,
One more time, shouting out Ian,
36 webcams.
Ant, Heather, Connor, V, Jester, who did our graphics. Who else am I forgetting? I said Ian, Connor, Heather, Blue, Liquid, Alienware. Let's go, Alienware.
You didn't say Ant.
I said Ant. I said Ant immediately. I said Ian, Ant.
What about Steve?
Steve didn't show up. Steve was supposed to be naked with us. I don't know what happened. So everyone slide
he's in
into
Iceland
Steve's.
now.
Everyone slide into Steve's. And Raz.
Raz is in the chat.
Oh, Raz, I already said you and Flowers like so many times, but we gotta throw respect towards the team who's, behind the scenes and producing it. Matt, we said Matt. I said Jester. I think I called him Jester. What?
You have to talk into the webcam.
You
or
talk
to the
into
microphone.
the webcam.
You don't talk into the webcam, you talk into the microphone.
I know, I was here. I was lurking from the start. Raz, everyone loved how you just threw ass. You threw ass so well. It was... You're a professional ass thrower.
Thank you, Sherkan, though, for the 5 gifted subs. That's very nice. Oh, Thekor, I believe, says, how do you guys get close-ups of Summoner's Rift?
Ooh, so that's a question for Heather. I think her and Connor...
Baymaxed in the chat.
Yeah, Baymax in the chat. So I think what they do is they use that skin spotlight tool.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of like zoom in and they put all this stuff together. They're so talented. I could never do this stuff by myself. They're so good. They're just so good.
Any other chat questions before we say goodbye to Avilee?
Travis
it's called
so
League.
awkward.
Connor says it's League Director. Yeah.
Oh, it's League Director. Oh, okay.
Shark King 77 says Travis gets so awkward. LOL.
Travis just gets.
I'm just
so
sitting here.
awkward.
It's just so awkward. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on.
I
I love the people who have not seen the video that keep showing up and are very confused
Yeah, they're
by
just
what's
like, what is
being
this
on.
video? Go to my Twitter or my Instagram, as it just uploaded since Instagram was dead for like an hour.
I actually subscribe to the Learn How to Edit Stuff channel on YouTube, and sometimes I see Ian's face pop up on me.
Avilee, how are you feeling about G4 and esports streams? You love the cold... Oh, they love the cold reads. G4 streams are a ton of fun. We're currently on hiatus for a little bit. We're going dark until we have fun special news for y'all. So stay tuned to the G4 TV, Twitter, and social medias, and subscribe to all the YouTubes. Or just follow me on my stream. I do weird stuff there.
I'll be posting this video to my YouTube channel, so the people that are in the chat that are asking questions like how long did it take or were they actually naked, we actually already addressed that stuff earlier in the stream, so you can watch it there.
Took about a little over a week, and yes, naked is the day we were born.
You're just out here lying. Okay.
Flipping and sliding
Looks
around.
like people... Oh, what's the schedule? Freebushu says, what's the schedule for the TL update this year?
That's a very good question. I think we're going to be filming our first episode Wednesday this week, and then we're going to hope to release before the actual group stage begins. But because, we don't know what the schedule really is.
It's so rough. So like
this schedule is
it's
fucking
so
weird.
rough. I think it's because they lost a week. They were supposed to start a week ago, and then they're compressing all the same amount of games into a period where there's less. So like for instance with Rift Reaction, Hotline League, Run It. I'm sure you guys are experiencing this with Liquid Update. Like you have all these times where there's like a shit ton of games. And then one day off, and then a shit ton of games, and then one day off. And so it just becomes so hard to actually do anything because you can't release content on game days because nobody will watch it. But then you have to like react to what happened during those game days and get it out in so little time. It's actually just wild.
Yeah, and I think that's where, we come in and do well. We're pretty scrappy. So I have no doubt. I already wrote this skit for the next episode, and I'm feeling very good about it. Please go watch Attack on Titan so you guys can understand my references. Please.
I've never seen Attack on Titan.
Please go watch Attack on Titan, because if you don't understand what Zeke's power is, then like it's gonna be lost.
I did
on a
watch
lot of people.
your meme video of the players doing Attack on Titan like a year ago.
That was such a good video. The attack on Cloud9.
No Hotline League today,
really funny.
Hotline League tomorrow, because then we'll actually have something to talk about. We'll have one day of Worlds to talk about. Okay, I think that is the end because you guys have run out of questions, and so I'm gonna stop recording now. If you're watching this VOD on YouTube, thanks for watching. Shout out Alienware,
Thanks for watching,
Alienware.com/Travis.
guys.
Thank
you can
to
follow me on all of my channels.
Avilee
Avilee
for
on Twitter, Instagram.
coming over here.
My stuff on G4.
She was terrified and doing this in person.
I was very scared. Did you record? It says you didn't record.